Programmable logic controllers, PLCs, are the brains behind many systems in industrial settings, especially when it comes to motor control centers. If you've ever pressed a button and a motor started, it's likely a PLC helped make that happen. What is a PLC and how does it work? That's what we are going to see in this video. What is a PLC? A PLC is a small industrial computer that automatically controls equipment based on programmed logic. Think of it like a traffic controller. It constantly monitors what's happening in the system and makes decisions based on pre-programmed instructions. For example, if a tank reaches a certain level, the PLC can stop the pump. If pressure drops, it can turn the pump back on. All of this happens automatically without human intervention. Generally, the MCC and remote PLC will communicate via discrete analog or serial communication. What's inside a PLC? Let's break down the basic components. Central Processing Unit, CPU. This is the brain of the PLC. It follows a program written by a technician or engineer to control the equipment. Input modules. These receive signals from sensors like pressure switches, flow meters, or tank level detectors. Output modules. These send signals to devices like motors, valves, or alarms. For example, turning on a pump when a tank level gets too low. Power supply. This keeps the PLC and its modules running. Communication ports. Communication ports. These allow the PLC to connect to other devices like HMIs, SCADA systems, or other PLCs. How does a PLC work? A PLC runs in a continuous loop called a scan cycle. It reads the inputs. What are the sensors telling it? It processes the logic. What does the program say to do in this situation? It updates the outputs. Should it turn a pump on, close a valve, trigger an alarm? This cycle repeats many times every second, so the system reacts in real time. As an operator, you don't need to program a PLC, but it's important to understand how it affects your work. If a motor doesn't start, it might not be a hardware issue. It could be something in the PLC logic. The PLC might be waiting for a tank to fill or a button to be pressed. If an alarm appears on the HMI, it often comes from a signal or logic inside the PLC. Knowing this helps you communicate better with technicians and understand what's really happening in your system. Here are the key points to remember from this video. A PLC is a small industrial computer that automatically controls equipment based on programmed logic. It receives input signals, makes decisions, and sends output signals. PLCs are used to improve safety, accuracy, and efficiency. As an operator, you don't need to program a PLC, but understanding its role helps you troubleshoot and work more effectively.